Hey folks, welcome back to the next video in the series of the light fighter comparisons. I'm going to hop right into this. Of course, the members only video is going to be the longer, the uncut version with way more detail. And the YouTube, there is a free version for all other YouTube channel members. If you want to get access to the uncut, more detailed version with loadouts and you know, just more information, then you'll have to become a YouTube channel member. And that goes for as low as $5 a month, and then it goes up from there with more benefits from there. So thanks for stopping by, and without further ado, the next video in the series of the light fighter comparisons. Well, hello again, everybody, and here we are at another ship review. This one is the Reliant series from MISC, Musashi Industrial and Starflight Concern. This is the first of two ships in this Reliant series. This one is the MISC Reliant Kore, and the other one we'll be reviewing is the MISC Reliant Tana. The Reliant Kore is a starter ship, and it's pretty neat. It's a pretty cool ship. It has some good things about it. It has some bad things about it, to be honest. Same with the Tana. But it is part of this whole light fighter comparison, and I don't know. Sneak peek, doesn't receive a stellar grade, but it doesn't receive a bad grade. So I guess let's take a gander at it. Gold standard pass. So let's get into the cockpit. First off, let's look around and, well, let's start the ship up. Okay, so let's get a look around at the different glass angles. That is where our co-pilot sits. Not bad on the glass. It does have down looking glass as well, so we can kind of see where we are landing. Lots of MFDs up here. 6 MFDs in this ship, 2 real big ones that you can't really see. So you're looking at the 4 smaller ones, which is just fine for me. If we look at our, let's see if we can find any buttons. There's a center kind of console panel there. Engine on, power on, open exterior. That's about it. So the very basics on the this, and then there's an exit over here. So there's exit. So I'm guessing the tractor beam would be a remote turret operated by the co-pilot. At least I'm hoping. We'll have to check that out in space. For the stealth numbers, 9,410 for IR, 11,438 for cross section, and 4350 something going down for EM. That's a really pretty high cross section of 11,438, so I do not expect this ship to be stealthy at all. Moving over to guns, 93 shots in the 4 Badger laser repeaters. Let's take up the starter ship B-Wing. We will open our hangar and lift up. A really nice even liftoff right there. No heavy in the front or the back. Notice our engines are in the VTOL config, and we hit K, or I'm sorry, they were the regular config. We hit K, and now they're in VTOL. We can go ahead and we'll watch the landing gear articulate. Maybe. Oh, they just went up, so that animation is not working right, but we can come out of the hangar here. We'll go ahead and move our gear. And so now we're in the horizontal, and we'll just go ahead and fly and try not to run into that reclaimer. So interesting layout of this ship. I believe we hit Alt K, and there we go. We are transformed, and so now this very metal ship, lots of stainless steel type of look to this ship, is in its normal flight configuration. This is its quantum configuration, and I kind of prefer it. Although you can see in the cockpit area, it does close that back door back here, and so because our seats kind of rotate, it's kind of weird. So if you're in the back, you can't get to the cockpit if this thing does rotate. It's a good thing our gear, our cargo stuff is on a grid now. Okay, standard SCM speed of 220. Let's give it boost. Maximum boost speed of looks like 461, which is kind of weird, but not impressive at all. Let's go ahead and change into our navigation mode and check out that top speed. Okay, and we'll check out our afterburner while we're flying. Not bad. Looks pretty good. Afterburner speed, full max speed of 1150. So again, not great on that speed. Let's switch back into SCM mode. We'll point back at Seraphim Station. We'll give this ship a kind of a full. The pitch feels pretty horrible. It's slow. It's not crazy slow, but it's pretty slow. The yaw, it feels just as sluggish. Again, this is a starter ship. It's also a cheap ship. So not expecting the best light fighter here. And the roll, again, feels real sluggish. I expected more from the roll here. There we go. But I mean, hey, it's got some cool factors, guys. It can transform. So we'll transform that thing again. I wanted to show that from the cockpit, what it looks like. See, now we can see the back area. If we hit transform, there we go. So we just saw everything rotate. Now the co-pilot's sitting down below us. Okay, let's not run into Seraphim Station, and we'll take this thing on a dogfighting mission. Notice our tractor beam is not actually up here, and if I switch between modes, I'm just going to like scanning. So I'm thinking it's the co-pilot seat. All right, stand by for more action. All right, folks, so we're in the Reliant Core headed towards danger here, and now that we are under 20K, I'm switching over to SCM, let everything charge up. Our EM is actually below our cross section, so nothing we can do about stealth at this point. I'm going to load up some missiles, see if we can get something to hit. The core does have those 4 laser repeaters, so hopefully they will do fairly well as we go up against our targets. The only mission I could get in the asteroids was a very light mission, so I don't think this will be a huge problem, but hey, you never know. The ship is structurally odd. It's kind of like the B-Wing from Star Wars, so it's, while it's cool, it's shaped awkward, so could easily run into things on the top or the bottom. All right, we got a missile lock. That is our target. We'll go ahead and fire. All right, let's head towards them. Looks like those actually hit, which is fair. to say the least, I should say. All right, let's fields are under attack. Let's hit our guy. We're kind of engaging from a range. It's pretty far away. Whoa! God bless it. I feel like he's jousting me. There we go. Now we got all the lasers going. See, there's 2 coming from the top and 1 from the bottom. It's a weird situation. Looks like I'm already red in the top area. Maybe he hit me. I don't know. I'll have to review the tape on that one. Not feeling real great about this one. What is he in? A Pisces? No, he's in a cutter. Okay. Target down. Next. Not the most capable fighter here. I'll take the Tana any day over the Reliant Core. But took down the shields on the Mustang Delta. Okay. Trying to get out of the way of his hits while we recharge our weapons. And we'll try to use boost to our advantage. Boom. Did we get him? I think we got him. See you later, sucker. Did we actually get this guy? Oh, we can still blow up his ship. Let's load up missiles. Booyah. Let's see if the missiles actually... Oh, they did blow up his ship. Very nice. Yes. Okay. All right. So there's Reliant Tana in some dogfighting. Pretty capable. I guess I really didn't take any damage, so to speak. But it looked like I was getting red. So, you know, but hopefully I don't run into an asteroid while I'm scrolling around. Ship does look. It's a fun ship. Let's head down to Yella and maybe see how the cargo works. Check out flight mechanics down there. Maybe do some members only stuff. Who knows? Stay with me. All right, so let's talk about the Reliant Core in its stat review here. First off, it has above average total hit points, and that's nice to have in any light fighter, to be quite honest with you. 15,460 whole hit points, and combined with that, it has an above average weakest vital part hit points of 3,000 hit points. So this thing can literally take a beating and keep on fighting. Take a licking and keep on ticking. That's the old time X thing. It does have above average flight time. You can go 74 minutes in the ship without having to scoop or stop at a station to refuel with hydrogen, so that's nice. And it has above average cargo capacity when compared to the other light fighters. It can hold 6 SCU of cargo, which is more than the Mustang, more than the Aurora, less than the Nomad. So, but this is one of the higher cargo ships of the light fighter class. It's sort of light freight, but I still consider it light fighter. It does have some downsides though. It is below average stealth, as we saw with the cross section was huge. 25,126 is the total stealth modifier, so not great on that. It has below average maximum navigational speed of 1,150, and it felt slow when we were flying around as well. And it has a below average quantum fuel tank of 612. So that's not great for this, but it's not the end of the world. Just get the right quantum drive. Overall, well, let's go over X factors. Good HP, vital part, great flight time, has cargo, low top speed, bad stealth, has a tractor. It does have a tractor beam. The tractor beam is a neat feature, although the implementation of it and using it, I don't like. It should have its own remote turret screen or button or something like that. It does, I looked up, and it does have a decent fuel scoop, so it's able to stay out there in space for quite a long time. And it has a unique design. Transformer ship has VTOL. I don't think the Reliant Core series gets enough love from CIG or from people in general, but it is what it is. It needs some love. Overall, it's a solid grade of a C, probably closer to a C minus, but I'm sticking with it. Hello, friends, and here we are again looking at another ship. This one happens to be the MISC Reliant Tana, the more military, more damaging version of the MISC Reliant Core, but it is part of the MISC Reliant series. So this version of the light fighter actually has more, more guns, more powerful guns. It's made more for combat than the MISC Reliant Core is made a little bit more for utility. So there are some really good things about this ship. Unfortunately, I don't actually own this ship, so we are an Arena Commander. It's the last ship for Arena Commander, and missiles don't work in Arena Commander, and that's unfortunate because the Reliant Tana has a ton of missiles, like a lot of missiles. It has 20 missiles, which I can't use any of them in Arena Commander. I mean, I can shoot them, but they're probably not going to hit anything. So that's unfortunate as far as combat goes, which does give this ship on paper and in the PU a huge leg up over some of its competition. But yeah, lots of stuff to like about the MISC Reliant Tana. I have owned one in the past. I have upgraded it to a different kind of better ship, and it's a very interesting ship. It is one of the true two-person ships in this light fighter comparison, among a couple others, but this one actually is made for 2 people. So yeah, let's go take a look at it. Ship inventory. But as we can see, we're going to enter the pilot seat over here on the left. And as standard with MISC, like the Prospector and stuff, your displays are overhead. There is quite a bit of glass on here. The big bubble, our sticks are down there, right next to our co-pilot over there. and that big probe, whatever that thing is. Four multifunction wait, we have more. We have 6 multifunction displays. So a lot of information at your fingertips. The only ones you're seeing are those standard 4 though. As far as buttons go, we have our engine on, open exterior, power, and it looks like that's about it. So that is also unfortunate. Love to see this with a gold standard pass. I know the ship is not stealthy. It's probably one of its downsides. High IR of 9848. Engines aren't even on. Let's go ahead and turn on the engines. Cross section of 11662 and an EM of 4435. So yeah, definitely not going to be a stealthy ship. The Reliant Tana. It's really looking forward to doing missiles, but I'll have to do them in a different ship. But coming from the outside view, as we lift up here, we're going to go ahead and cycle our landing gear. Nice and easy into their bins, and looks like those doors didn't actually close. Maybe that's a bug with the Tana. And one of the other cool things about the Tana, it's actually a VTOL ship, so if I hit K on the keyboard, I can rotate my main engines and I can get some VTOL action going on here. There are thrusters, so I can still fly forward even in VTOL. But in this configuration, what can we do with the ship? Well, we can shoot the guns. Yes, we can fly in this configuration. Let me switch the engines back. Our speed is gonna pretty much stay the same, but we can fire our guns in this configuration, and we can fire them in the other configuration as well. There is something we're going to go over in just a sec though. So basic SEM speed 220. Our boost speed 461, it looks like. Not as fast as some other ships in the line. Switching over to nav mode. Let's check our nav mode speed. Let's go into a straight line here. Oh, are we gonna black out? Hopefully not. There we go. All right, our maximum nav speed is 1150, so a little bit slower than your average light fighter, I guess I would say, but it may still be on average pretty decent. So right now, I could actually go in back and get in the bed and stuff because I'm in this horizontal configuration. If I switch it into it's more of a fighting configuration by hitting Alt K on the keyboard, yes, it transforms, but I stay where I was and my co-pilot rotates down. You see the door in back of me actually closes, and the only place I can articulate the ship is from the cockpit. So that means if you're in the bed, you're still, you know, I guess you're magnetically in there, but there's a bug with this ship that when you log out in the bed, the ship transforms into this combat configuration, and you can't open the doors to get in there and switch it back. You can't even get into the cockpit. So be careful with that. I don't know if that has been fixed yet. So, but yes, here's the basic combat configuration for the Tana. You can see our guns still shoot, and it's just a different way to do things, right? A lot of G-forces we're pulling on the Tana right here. So let's do a pitch check at SCM. Not super maneuverable. I can already feel that little bit slowish on the maneuverability. The yaw is pretty terrible, to be quite honest. Long time for yaw. And our roll check, not horrible, but fairly slow overall. So that's the spaceflight characteristics of the MISC Reliant Tana. Interested to see how this thing performs in combat. All right, we're in the MISC Reliant Tana, and despite not having missiles working, we're gonna try them anyway. I have to. Well, maybe not if people are too close. We're not going to. Okay, let's try this missiles. Yeah, probably not gonna work. Okay. The Tana, is it in its... Oh, it's not even in its regular... Oh my gosh. Formation. Alright, it does have some guns on this thing. And while they're laser repeaters, I don't love them. They are fun. And you can see none of our missiles hit. Let's bump up some of our gun rechargeability. Boom! That thing's gone pretty quick. Let's go after an Aurora LM. Let our guns recharge. I do like the convergence of the Reliant Tana for its weapons. You can see those things fight Tana on Tana violence here. It did destroy it pretty darn quick, so I do like that. Whoa! Woo! We're making short work of things in Pirate Swarm. I wish missiles worked. That would have been icing on the cake. This thing's working better than the Asperia Blade. Reminds me of why I like the Tana in the first place. Boom! We actually got rid of those guys really quick. Really quick with the Reliant Tana. Very impressed with its ability to fight. Now let's see its ability to fly in atmosphere. All right, so let's talk about the MISC Reliant Tana and its strengths and weaknesses, basically. I do actually really like this ship, and it's used to be one of my favorite ships, but some other ships have taken its spot, and that's why I have upgraded it. And I'm rid of it. I may pick one up again at IAE, who knows. But one of the nice things about the ship is that it is a missile boat. Unfortunately, I can't test that out real well in Arena Commander because missiles don't work, but it does have above average missile and total weapon damage due to the 20 missiles that are on board the Reliant Tana. So 42,435 damage with those missiles. The guns don't do that much damage, even though there's 2 size 2s, 2 size 3s. But total 44,111 total weapon damage. So this thing does pack a punch as long as you still have missiles to pack. It does have above average total hit points and weakest vital part hit points. So for hit points, this thing can take a licking and keep on ticking. 14,860 hit points. It's a beast, right? It can take some damage, and it's kind of made for that, right? And weakest vital part 3,500. So not the best, but certainly towards the top of the class in the point categories. It also has an above average flight time of 47 minutes. It can fly without needing hydrogen refuel or a fuel scoop, which is pretty darn good, especially because you're probably going to be using this for combat missions or extended combat missions. It does have some below average numbers, nothing worst in class, but it does have below average stealth. As you can see, it is a very wide ship. Its stealth numbers are not good. 25,945. So you're going to see this thing coming from quite a ways away. It has below average maximum navigational speed, which is odd because the SCM and SCM boost are pretty decent at 220 and 480 average, but the max nav speed of 1150 is in the lower range compared to the rest of the ships in the light fighter class. It also has a below average quantum fuel tank size, 612. Some of the other ships are significantly bigger, and so this thing is below average, and it's how much fuel, how much quantum fuel it can hold. Some of the X factors, of course, great missile damage, good HP and flight time, low top speed, bad stealth, insignificant cargo. Yes, it does have 1 SCU of cargo, And okay, you can do a box mission or a 1SCU crate mission, but that's about it. It also has a unique design with VTOL, and it is a transformer ship. So overall, it gets a grade of a B-. If it had maybe a little more gun damage, I think if you replace it with cannons, it significantly raises up the B- to probably a B+. I don't think it's an A tier, but I do think it's definitely solidly the B tier with laser cannons versus repeaters. The speed kind of stinks, but the missiles definitely make up for it. So, all right, folks. So let's talk about the Origin 125A, one of the 2 Origin ships in this review. This is the smaller of the Origins. This is actually one of the starter ships as well. It's came out a year and a half ago-ish. It's actually a pretty cool ship. It's really unique. Well, I don't know if it's really unique. There's 3 variants in total, and this is the fighter variant of the 100 series of the Origin ships, and which makes it the 125. There's also in this light fighter comparison the 325A, which is the little upgraded, the bigger version, the big brother of this ship. And I like how Origin does its numbers kind of, and everybody references it to like BMW, the luxury brand of Star Citizen. And I'm a bit of an Origin snob. We know JawaSparky is a huge Origin snob, but I'm excited to take a look at the Origin 125. It has a lot of really good things going for it, some very surprising things going for it, and some not so surprising, really bad things going for it. But I think we need to take a walk around the ship, check it out, and make our comparisons fair. And I like how you can see, you raise up, but you can see out the back. Lots of glass in this ship. Go ahead and start it up. Nice. Standard 3D radar with this ship. That's kind of a thing for me, right? I like the 3D radar. Looking around, it's all glass everywhere. Lots of glass. If we could look backwards, we would see glass. A couple struts down here at the bottom, but not impacting the visibility at all. We have a total of 4 MFDs and a 3D radar on this ship. The most important MFDs, target, and ship status, which are perfect. As far as our buttons go, we have open exterior, power off, engine on, cruise control, ESP, enhanced stick precision. What else? Nothing on the actual sticks. Nothing up front over here. Do we have spool the quantum drive? That's about it. So not really an exit. Not really a gold standard pass, but better than half the ships in this review. Let's take a look at our stealth numbers. 7537 for IR, very high 10,672 for cross section, and 6540s for EM. And I think the cross section is so high because it's a very long ship. That's the worst cross section. And then we can see 2 Panther laser repeaters, size 3s with 83 shots each. Pretty nice on that. Let's go ahead and open up the hangar. Let's take a look from the back. Okay, so let's take off from this ship. We will go ahead and cycle that landing gear. Nice animation there. I'm gonna go ahead and arm the missile system, and now we can see where those missiles come from. There's one in the front and one in the rear. I like how they're almost stealth. Yeah, it looks really good. Zenith. Wow, I haven't heard that in a while. Okay, let's get out of here and let's go flying around. I have a cool warning as well, so that's interesting. Let's look at the ship from the outside. Not in the direct sun, thank you. I do like, there's a lot of different paint schemes for the ship, and I do like the gray and the orange and the blue accents. It all works together really well. The Origin 125A. I almost said 100i. All right, folks, so we're headed to our bounty mission here in, once again, the yellow asteroid belt. And issues with this server. I thought I was going to Daymar, but I am not going to Daymar. Instead, coming out to yellow for a VLRT, best I could get out in space. And it's nice to have the ship be a little bit faster. Making good time to get to our target. Missiles aren't armed. And hopefully we'll be able to see our target here soon. So far, been having some weird stuff going on with this server, so not sure if the lag is going to be a thing or not. Didn't get the missile lock sound, but I'm pretty sure the missiles are locked. He locked on me. I don't like the delayed firing like that. I didn't like it on other ships, and I don't like it on this one. But it is what it is. He's engaging me. Let's engage him. This is a Drake Cutter Scout. Putting our... Oh, God, I almost hit him. Ripes almighty. Oh, that's the Saber Raven. Not sure why the target symbol showed up on both those ships. Gonna try to use our boost. 83 shots. These laser repeaters, quite high. But if you've watched any of this video so far, you'll know I don't love laser repeaters. I'm gonna increase my power triangle for it. Hopefully, because I think this ship only has one shield. Hopefully that won't matter too much. Don't hit me too hard, Saber Raven. Don't use your EMP. Trying to use speed to my advantage. The Cutter Scout is severely hurt. God. Oh my gosh, almost collided with him. Hard to tell which direction he was going in. Alright, hostile eliminated, but not really. Cutter Scout can take a beating, can it? Oh, and you're going up. There we go. All right, now it's time for you, Saber Raven. One of my favorite ships in the game. How did the bad guy get a hold of such a rare ship? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going, fella? Oh, God. Oh, whoa. He was... Oh. Rope-a-dope on me right there. Bobbing and weaving. Okay. See, the laser repeater, I love that it fires so fast, but it just doesn't do enough damage. No, you're going up. Thank you. Bye-bye-bye. Right, so survived that encounter with the very nimble and quick Version 125A. Ooh. Look at that. We got like kind of a dark side thing going. Okay. So I think it's time to see how this thing flies around the atmosphere and get its stat review done and move on to its big brother. Stand by. All right, everybody, let's check out the stat review on the Origin 125A. First, the good things. Amazing best in class SCM speed, SCM boost speed, and navigational speed. 260 SCM speed. That's really, really good. 610 on the SCM boost and 1,425 on the nav speed. This ship is a lightning bolt, the light fighter category. It does have above average quantum fuel tank of 805. This thing can go a lot of places with faster quantum drives, which is really helpful for a starter ship and really helpful for any smaller ship. Above average maneuverability as well. 322 is the combined maneuverability modifier, which is in the above average category for light fighters. So as you saw flying around, it felt real good. It moved around really well. Unfortunately, it does have some bad things to it. It has the worst in class shields out of all the light fighters. The worst shield. It just has one shield because it's a small fighter. So 1,500 hit points, and that is worst in class. It has worst in class total hit points. Again, a small little Origin fighter. Fortunately, only 3,900 hit points. Unlike the Reliant series, it cannot take a licking and keep on ticking. It also has worst in class flight time, which is odd. So 15 minutes, this thing runs out of gas, but It has pretty much the best fuel scoop in the game, so just sit there a minute. If you're running out of gas and it will collect fuel, you will be completely fine. It has below average guns. Of course, those 2 size 3s, you know, just in total, I felt they were okay, and we're going to get to that in the loadout part for the members, but only 1,000 damage in the guns department. And it does have the weakest vital part hit point to go along with the worst hit points out of the light fighters at only 1650. Some of the X factors, what? It's the best in speed. Are you serious? The 125A. It has good quantum fuel tank size, worst flight time, best fuel scoop, the best fuel scoop out of any of the light fighters, the lowest hit points, basically. But it does have cargo, right? It has 2 SE of cargo, but it's low cargo, so it's just in the average size there. It has the worst shields, just 1 size, 1 shield, but it does have a bed, so you can log out in space in your Origin 125A. You can take cargo, you can fight, and it's fast, really fast, which is why it has so many above average and best in class features and worst in class features. It's a B. I think it's a solid B. It's a fun ship. It's a cheap ship. I think overall, light fighter wise, it's pretty darn good. 6 missiles, that's pretty good, even though they fire weird and slow. But with some upgrades to it, it could be a way better ship. Well, thanks for stopping by and watching our video, folks. Don't forget to tune in to the next video coming soon. Pay attention to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell when you want the next one to come up, and look out for the next video. It's in edit right now, I can guarantee you that. And if you're interested in getting way more detail, make sure to check out the members only section. You can become a YouTube channel member for as low as $5 a month and get way more detail in these videos. But thank you for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one.